Tamar Braxton is going at it again with her man Jeremy Robinson, aka JR, and she is crashing out big time. One thing about JR, he is always going to dog walk Tamar in public and have her looking bad every single time. And she always goes running back to him like a lovesick puppy. But the drama is crazier than expected this time because it turns out that JR has been sneaking around behind Tamar's back and spending her money on his side chicks. And like that's not bad enough, the streets are now saying that he is allegedly in a relationship with Tamar's biggest op, Tommie Lee, and he dumped Tamar for Tommie. Girl, you need to sit down for this because Tamar is ready to take it all the way there with JR, and she read him for filth. It's crazy how Tamar seems to be shocked with JR's actions because we could have told her for free that he was going to end up humiliating her. It's not the first time he's had her looking like a fool, and something tells me that it's not going to be the last time because Tamar doesn't seem to be moving on from him yet. Their relationship was a hot mess from the start, and there were so many red flags. So many that fans predicted that things weren't going to end well. For starters, there's the fact that they got engaged less than a month of knowing each other. They met on a show called Queen's Court, and within a few episodes, JR popped the question and Tamar said yes.
Tamar.
Oh my God.
I love you, Tamar. Tamar, will you marry me?
Something told me to trust the process, and I've never done anything like this before, and what's the worst that can happen?
Don't get me wrong, I know that quick engagements sometimes work out, but when it comes to these two, it was clear as day that probably wasn't going to be the case. For one, JR had 5 kids with 4 different baby moms, and when you add in Tamar's volatile and messy personality into the mix, it was clear as day that things would get chaotic. And boy, were we right about the chaos. To be fair to Tamar, the chaos came from JR because she really does seem to like him and was committed to making the relationship work. JR, on the other hand, was here for a good time, and not a long time. Cause baby, the way this man kept dog walking Tamar, it was clear as day that he was there for clout and didn't even like her. He seems to be committed to seeing how far he can take it before Tamar snaps and leaves him. But so far, that's not happening because she keeps making excuses for him and going back to him. And boy, has he really tried some nasty tricks to humiliate her. For example, earlier this year, he randomly decided to announce that he and Tamar had broken up. And he made sure to make sure we knew that he was the one who ended things, not her. Talk about ego. He wrote, "Tamar and I are no longer together. I ended the relationship to focus on getting back to positive energy and being a better person. What happened and why, that's our private place. No, I never cheated. I never cared about fame. I have always represented famous people. And the truth is, I was in an amazing place financially and mentally. I turned down Queen's Court several times before I gave in. Ultimately, I fell in love and it did not work out how I wanted it. So I want to heal. Tamar and I will always be friends and family for life." Child, not him hinting that Tamar was negative energy. Like that wasn't bad enough. It turned out that he didn't have the decency to break up with her properly. And she found out about the breakup on social media like the rest of us, regular folks. It gets worse because JR chose to break up with her a few minutes after she got robbed. She wrote, "Imagine your home being robbed, moving to a new city, trying to find your new tribe, never finding where you fit in, and then finally settling in with at least one person you trust, to getting your car robbed and vandalized, then broken up with from the one person you love and feel safe with, all in the same hour. It's too much." If you think JR couldn't get any lower, you clearly don't know this man because he went so low that he almost discovered oil. While Tamar was hurting over this, he decided to move on with another woman. And for some reason, he chose Tommie Lee, one of Tamar's biggest ops. Fans were convinced that he was deliberately trying to hurt Tamar because him linking up with Tommie a few days after she had an online spat with Tamar was too calculated to be a coincidence. You think that Tamar would dump him after this because who wants to deal with this type of drama, right? Well, for some reason, this made Tamar want him more. So she apologized to him and got her man back. Girl, what?
Oh, hey.
What you want to say to the people?
Who that? That's what I want to say to the people.
Don't
Who
play
that?
with it, don't play with it.
Who that?
Not her sending shots at Tommie. That wasn't the last time she threw shots at Tommie because she also threw shade and bragged about how she had gotten her man back.
That's why I had to go get my man back, y'all. And I know y'all lying. If y'all thought I was gonna let my man go because he took some into a basketball game while we was broke up.
This was the last straw, and Tommie went off on her, talking about how JR ate her groceries, if you catch my drift.
What is wrong with the situation is that is your man, as you call it. That is your man. He knew it was a situation with me and you. And he was down. He was down to play op games. I wouldn't take nothing like that serious, my love. That ate my ass, and I sent him on his way. It wasn't the, I don't know, middle-class house that he lives.
She also revealed that JR had been spilling tea to her about Tamar.
You don't want me to expose how you were saying that you kicked her out and she went back to her mother's house? Not Mrs. Braxton, not Mrs. Singer with the sold out tour that JR also told me was flex. It was cap. It was she flexing. She don't have no sold out. Between me and you was his exact words. The tour not sold out. He said you was messy. He said you went back to your mother's house. He told me a lot of things that he shouldn't tell a stranger. I just met this man less than a week.
The wild thing about this is that JR did all this within 1 week of knowing Tommie. He knew that Tommie and Tamar had some serious beef, but he still went ahead to do all that and said all that to Tommie. Tamar should have dumped his white behind right then and there, but y'all know Tamar don't listen to nobody, so she continued to do her thing with her man. And not only did she do her thing, but she even went ahead to marry him. Marrying somebody who has publicly done you dirty so many times is certainly an interesting choice. But like I said, Tamar is always going to do what she wants. We first found out about the marriage a couple of weeks ago when she went on a Twitter rant, dragging her sisters and praising JR as the only positive person in her life. She wrote, "Y'all have no idea, none. The gaslighting is crazy, and I'm going back into treatment. OMG, I just pray that my marriage can be saved and my life can be spared. My family is awful. JR means the world to me. Thank God for him. My husband and my children have saved my life, but I'm so mad at my life. My family is toxic. I should have never went back to BFV, never. Y'all, I'm going through it. I'm single and sad, and this TV stuff is a lot." She also accused fans of spreading negativity about her relationship, saying, "I think it's funny when I post something negative, it goes viral. When I post something positive, no one pays attention. Y'all prove me right on what y'all want from me. Why can't I be healthy and healed? Y'all was waiting for my life to fall apart. Jeremy is and has been the most positive person in my life and my best friend and family. And y'all want me to say something bad about him so bad." She even got him an iced out chain for his birthday. With this, you think that things were perfect between them, right? Well, no. See, a few days ago, Tamar came out to put him on blast for cheating. She posted a screenshot of his alleged side chick's Instagram page and wrote, "Played in my face for a 25-year-old, shaking my head, took my jewelry, took me to Turks, and all along had a whole tramp. I hate you, Jeremy Robinson." After the whole thing with Tommie, we weren't surprised that he would do it again. Y'all know that Jeremy is just as messy as Tamar, and he came out to try to clear his name, saying that whatever relationship he had with Tamar has been over for more than 6 months, and that she was being delulu because he has told her over and over again that he doesn't want her and doesn't want to be with her.
I'll be very clear. I've been single for the last 6 months. We have been trying to identify what that looks like, closing one chapter and figuring out what it's like to be friends again. I've been very specific about my boundaries. I've been very specific about where we stand as friends. Go date anybody you want. I'm gonna date when I'm ready. I am emotionally unavailable to you, and I'm physically unavailable to you. Now, birthday comes up, plans are put in place. Of course, I want someone that I consider to be family to be involved in that, because if anybody knows her, she is big on birthdays. I don't lead people on. I'm very direct. Listen, if anything that you're doing or that you want to do comes with an agenda, I don't want to be involved in it at all. I don't want you to be involved in my birthday plans. I don't want you to come to Turks and Caicos. This is not a reconciliation time. Whatever you decide you're doing, it's because we're friends and because I'm still being involved in my son's life. I still would love for you to have a relationship with my children, but not to the extent that you make up these stories that aren't real. I went to New Orleans. I booked my room at Four Seasons on booking.com and didn't realize that the card I'm using, which also ends in the same 3 last numbers, was tied to something that we booked several months ago. No harm, no foul. We're talking $900. Stop it. While I'm in New Orleans for a funeral, my really good 25+ year friend who passed away, I spent time with his family. I extended my stay because I needed time to reset. So I get a call yesterday. Hey, did you stay at Four Seasons? Yeah, I did. In fact, I extended. I gave them my card and everything's good. Why, what's up? Oh, well, I got a call about some chick who used my card at Four Seasons. I said, that's not possible. This is funny. Ha ha ha. What are you talking about? Well, I thought we can friends, we can talk about it, but this is laughable. I didn't stay with anybody at the Four Seasons. I'm not seeing anybody. Wasn't on a date, none of that. If I was, you're my friend. What do I have to hide about that? I'll just say cooler heads didn't prevail, and next thing you know, I'm on her story and I'm being accused of things which are just blatantly not true. I have never led Tamar Braxton on. I never will, nor will I.
Girl, I am getting crazy secondhand embarrassment from this. Well, Tamar went live to tell her side of the story, and she revealed that she did indeed marry him after he ate Tommie's groceries.
And I married you after you ate somebody's whole sandwich. Y'all, I'm not trying to make this a big deal. I swear, it's not about, y'all, it's $1,000. It's not, you know, make or break. It's the point. The point is that you wanted me to sit back and let you not only use my card, let's just say it's a mix-up. Okay, fine. But now it's different because you're using my card for your extracurricular activities. And let me just keep it gangsta. I wouldn't even trip on that. You know what I'm saying? Wah. It's not that serious. Me and your relationship status has changed. The way I see you have changed. You know what I'm saying? Just like you outside, baby, I'm outside too. Like, let's stop pretending like you is the last of the Mohicans. You are not. You know what I'm saying?
Child, Batman himself would have never been able to get that information out of me. It should have stayed in the drafts because it was just so embarrassing. The fact that she brought Tommie into the conversation unprovoked makes fans wonder if JR is still messing with Tommie. Now, there's nothing to back this up, but I'm not gonna lie. It's an interesting theory because it would explain why she's crashing out so hard about this and blowing this up to be a hot mess. Fans commented, Tamar is so darn embarrassing. I don't even blame JR anymore because even a blind person could see the 7 million red flags this man has. She has such an aversion to being single that she would rather cling to a loser who makes her look dumb every chance he gets. Tamar married that white man after he ate Tommie's behind, and I knew it was no saving her then. And ain't no way Tamar says she married JR after he ate somebody else's behind. Some things need to be taken to the grave. Child, Tamar should have taken her L in silence because this is embarrassing. But y'all drop your thoughts in the comments, then check out this next video.